is Michele Jech, and I'm the Vice President of Marketing at C12. Our mission is to equip Christian CEOs and owners to build great businesses for a greater purpose. So here at C12, we have such a grand vision, and one of the weights of that vision is how do we reach more people who are aligned with our values and aligned with advancing the gospel through the marketplace? How do we find them specifically out there in the great big world who have a calling to align with our mission? And so one of the problems that we face is we don't just have a target audience. We have a nuanced of target audiences. We have very strict criteria within our audience and requirements for somebody to be a franchise owner or a chair of C12. And so how do we target those people without spending a ton of money on channels, which creates a lot of noise? How do we get micro targeted? And when John Paul brought up the innovative idea to us about trying lookalike groups off of a Facebook Christian groups, we were like, that's really interesting. And something that was really interesting about this was we target CEOs and owners, and so we didn't necessarily think that they would be on Facebook. So that was kind of an early objection going, they're typically on LinkedIn. I don't know that they're scrolling through Facebook. But he had some pretty convincing things that let us go, let's give it a shot. So we put some innovation dollars behind it. And what we saw early on was an incredible response rate. We saw some micro-targeting that was happening, and we saw a lot of people begin to click, and then not just click, but convert. They were downloading some of the stuff that we were putting out there on the acquisition campaign that enabled us to get their information, put them in a nurturing drip campaign, and allowed us to continue a conversation all the way through to conversion. And I can tell you that some of the impacts that we have seen with this campaign have been astronomical. Very specifically, within the first 5 months of running this campaign, we had more net new potential prospects, meaning never on our books before, didn't know that they existed, in 5 months than we've had in the last 4 years accumulated. That's absolutely incredible. We broke the funnel. We started pouring in a whole bunch from the top, and we're seeing a lot more of those conversions coming out through the bottom. And we owe this to this campaign. And JP and Click Labs have done a lot of tinkering on the back end and optimizing as we've gone along. And we've thrown this out into new greenfield markets where we are just seeing an incredible response. So much so that we're now taking this campaign and we're not just doing it domestically, but we're doing it internationally and seeing even better results internationally than we are here domestically. So if you are on the edge of going, should I do something like this? Should I try? It's not my target audience. This is a little bit out there. It's a couple of steps removed. I'd say, what do you have to lose? I would say carve out a little bit of that innovation budget that you have within your marketing and give it a shot. I think this is probably the number one thing that we have done within our marketing portfolio in the last 12 months that has garnered the most results. And so I would highly encourage you to do it and give it a shot and see what happens.